Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your man, B. Vaughn. I am here once again with We Create Music TV, and today I am going to do a book review. Yep, you know how I feel. Y'all know how I feel about books. And so today I'm going to talk to you about a great book that I read. It is called It's All in Your Head. Get Out of Your Own Way by Russ. Man, by a dude that I've met, I've never met Russ. I would like to maybe one day just to kind of sit down and pick his brains. But that's kind of what this book is about. It's kind of about picking Russ's brain. Now, the one thing I will say about this book is that it is not a book that you're going to find detailed plans about how you should approach your career as a music creator. I don't think that is what Russ's intent was when he sat down to write this book. This book really is a book that deals with your mental perspectives, which is why I can see why it's titled It's All in Your Head, because he really deals with things that are inside of a person's head, whether they're positive or negative, right? So really it's all about your mental perspectives, how you see, and it's raining, right? Look, it's been raining in Atlanta here for the past two days. And yesterday we had a tornado watch, so this has been crazy. So if you hear thunder once in a while, lightning, just know that that it is raining down here. But once again, this book really deals with your mental perspectives on how you see yourself as a music creator, and your mental perspectives about your environment, the environment that you find yourself operating in, and the world that you operate in as a music creator, and even the people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, right? And so it's all about being inside of your head and understanding who you are as an artist and understanding the world that you live in within this music industry. And so this book is about 158 pages long. It is 18 chapters. I think the shortest chapter is chapter 18. And I'm not going to tell you how many words are on the page for chapter 18, but that is the shortest chapter in the book. But once again, like I said, the book is all about, your mental perspectives. He breaks it down into 3 different parts, and I'm going to kind of break those down for you as well. Part 1 is the delusion, right? And it is all about what he calls being delusional about yourself. I mean, there's a lot of different chapters in here. There are 6 different chapters. One about, speaking your goals into existence. Chapter 2 is all about being delusional. Chapter 3 is all about you versus you, which is probably one of the best chapters in the book, you versus you, because a lot of times when it says get out of, your way, you are standing in your way. Trust me, that hits home. Oh gosh, super hits home, because I know that I get it when it says get out of your own way. A lot of times we're apprehensive about a lot of things. A lot of times we have fear about a lot of things, but sometimes you got to be delusional. If I go back to chapter 2, you got to be delusional. You got to think you're the hottest thing that's out there. You got to, right? You got to think that your music is hot. You got to think that you are an amazing artist. You got to think that people want to hear you and want to find you and want to become a fan of yours. But that chapter 3, that you versus you, you are your greatest enemy, right? You are your greatest enemy. Nobody else, not the audience, not your producer, not your manager, not your mom, your dad. You are your greatest enemy. So you got to figure out how to get out of your own way. Chapter 4 is all about what you throw out will come back, right? So what you put out into the world kind of comes back to you. You reap what you sow, kind of deal. And then he has a thing he says, talking about the game, he's like, F the points. Don't worry so much about the points, right? I'm not going to give the whole book away because I want you to go read this book for yourself. Matter of fact, not only just read it, we're going to be giving away one of these books to one of our subscribers, one of you, by leaving a comment in the comment section, and we'll just randomly choose one, and you will be the winner of this Russ book. I mean, not this one, but you'll get a whole brand new Russ book, right? So leave a comment, tell us about what you like about We Create Music TV, etc. Or leave a comment and you can be included into winning one of these books as well. And so, right, so he talks about that. Don't worry about the points. He says, the other side, think about, being on the other side of fear. What's on the other side of fear? It is your truth. So live in your truth. Get out of your own way. Understand who you are as an artist. Once again, like I said, it's all about your mental perspectives. He deals with that in every single chapter. Part 2 of this is all about persistency. And I've said it so many times, hard work will always beat talent. I know dudes who are super talented. I mean, will run circles around people who are currently in this music industry that are at the top. Run circles, I'm telling you, circles around them. But what they don't have that other people have, hard work. That work ethic, that persistence, that consistency, that drive, that stick-with-itness. Oh my gosh, you gotta have that. And that is what Russ talks about in part 2, chapter 7, being persistent. And then chapter 8 is all about pulling the trigger. Don't hesitate, take that leap of faith. Don't wait, jump right into it. Like, what are you waiting for? Don't hesitate, right? You don't have everything in place that you need. You're not going to all the time. You're not always gonna have everything in place at every step of your career. It's not likely. Nobody has that. Nobody has the most perfect laid out plan. So just jump right into it. Don't wait. Next, number 9 is all about naked. It says keeping your barriers down. Oh man. Yeah, keeping your barriers down and always looking out of what they may be and kind of breaking those barriers down so that you can be successful. A lot of times we put barriers up in front of us that we sometimes put there that we have to overcome. Yep, sometimes there's other barriers as far as knowing who the right people are to contact, getting into the right rooms, right? But figuring out how to break those barriers down. People are going to tell you no. Look, I was in the sales industry for a very long time. I taught sales to industry professionals. You're going to hear no. People don't always want your product. Figure out how to move on. Figure out how to get past it. Figure out how to move on. You're going to get no's, right? Oh my God, you have to learn how to accept rejection. It is going to be a part of your own growth and development within this music industry. You got to have tough skin. But he goes through and talks about other things as well. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he's talking about do it yourself, how to survive in the wild. And that is something that is completely true. How to survive in the wild when you don't have a lot of people who are willing to jump on board with you. So you got to figure out how to do it yourself, how to mix, how to record, how to mix, how to master, how to get all the gear that you need, how to be your own marketing person, your own publishing person, how to survive in the wild when nobody else is out there with you. You got to figure that out, because here's the thing, that all the time will somebody be there. I mean, honestly, it's not their career. It's your career. So what are you going to do for your career? You have to know those pieces that you need and kind of learn those pieces. You don't have to be a master, but you have to figure out what they are. And then eventually you can bring people on board that know those specifics, and then you can have them operating in those areas. You could delegate to those people, right? I mean, but in the beginning, you got to do it. Trust me, I know. I shoot all my videos, I edit all my videos, I color all my videos, I upload all my videos, I market all my videos, I do everything myself. And so you have to learn how to do the same thing and not really wait on somebody else to kind of do those things for you. But he talks about different things like emergency, chapter 13, move with a purpose. Man, get off your ass and stop waiting for somebody else. Move with a purpose. Create a plan for yourself. Move with a purpose. Do what you need to do, right? Like I said, a lot of these and in this book, I mean, he's not going to show you how to move with a purpose. Like I said, I don't think that's the purpose of the book, but it's all about the mental perspectives. Are you sitting back being lazy? Are you spending time on Call of Duty? I like Call of Duty, but are you spending too much time on Call of Duty that your career is going by the wayside? Move with the purpose, figure out what you need to do, jump right in and do it. And then part 3 is all about gratitude. It's all about taking it all in, understanding what you have and being grateful for it. He talks about potential. Look up to yourself. Yeah, look up to yourself. Recognize that you are a great artist. If there was work that needed to be done, go out and learn what you need to do to become an even greater artist, right? But don't downplay yourself. Don't beat yourself up, but cheer yourself on. If you're not cheering for you, who else is going to cheer? You can't expect for somebody else to cheer for you if you're not cheering for yourself. If you're not hooping and hollering for yourself, not many people are going to do the same. Then he talks about the journey. Success is not a final destination. It is not. A lot of people think that, oh, look at me, I'm successful. I've made it. I got whoop-de-whoop. That is not the end journey. It is It is so much deeper than that. It is so much richer than that. But we get caught up, with Benzes and Bentleys and girls and money and whatever. And we think that's, oh, I'm successful. It is so much more than that. He talks about what that is in his book. And the last chapter, chapter 18, is all about keep on going. Main focus is to stay focused. Man, I thought it was a great book. It took me a while to read it because I just didn't want to kind of, oh, well, it's 158 pages. I could read that in like 2 days. I wanted to spend time in the book. I wanted to really understand what was inside Russ's head and what message he really had for me, even as somebody who's a music creator and somebody who's a video content creator. I believe Russ and his message doesn't only speak to just people who are in the music industry, but speak to anybody who is an entrepreneur, right? Who has that entrepreneurial spirit and who's looking to get into whatever creative space that they may be able to, may want to get into. So, like I said, it's a great book. Doesn't really show you how to do everything, but it really is all about your mental perspective. You gotta figure out your mind and change it for the better for yourself. And that is what Russ talks about in his book. So once again, leave a comment so that you can be the lucky person to receive this book so that you can examine your mental perspectives too, right? And for everybody else, go out and support Russ, grab the book as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, this is our very first book review. I read a lot of books. I have a ton of books. Y'all know that. If you don't know, go check out my studio tour video where I talk about all these different books that I have. So be on the lookout for our next book review. Appreciate you all for tuning in. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are out. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you click on the notification bell to be notified of new content. All those actions help us to rank up on YouTube so that we are able to provide this content to other music creators such as yourself. But thank you very much for tuning in. Peace out. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever it may be. Peace. Peace.